Hello and welcome to the weather forecast. My name is Mr. G. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. So let's jump right into that forecast and talk about what's going on out there. So we had a storm that's going to bring severe weather into parts of the southeast today. We're going to be seeing those severe thunderstorms mainly over North Florida across the remainder of the afternoon. And maybe some of those severe storms will appear across eastern South Carolina and North Carolina, from Hilton's Head down through Charleston and maybe into Savannah, Georgia. We could see those severe thunderstorms this afternoon. There's going to be damaging winds, large hail, and a few tornadoes is going to be possible as well, especially over Florida with those severe thunderstorms this afternoon. And here is a look at that rainfall that's expected up into the northeast, along the mid-Atlantic and the southeast. And we're going to be looking at generally an inch to 1 to 2 inches of rainfall. But in the northeast, we can see locally 2 to 3 inches of rain. So a little bit heavier rain across the northeast. And that will have a little bit of snow coming in with that at the end of this storm system, as we have several storm systems affecting the east coast right now. And then our next map, here's a look at some of that snowfall that's going to move in as rain and snow still to come. About 1 to 2 inches of rain still to fall across the I-95 corridor right along the coast. But a little bit inland there, we're going to see as much as 2 to 3 inches of rain. So quite a bit of rainfall still across the northeast, and we're going to see some snow with that as well. And I don't know what's going on with the camera, but it's still blurry. I don't know, maybe it's a setting or something. The camera can't shake that blurriness. And here is the temperatures that we're going to be seeing for Saturday and Sunday across parts of the northeast. And in Boston, we're going to see those temperatures in the mid-40s today and into the lower 50s tomorrow. And down into New York, the mid-40s today and about 50 for a high tomorrow. And down in the D.C. area, we're going to see those temperatures in the mid-50s and in the lower 50s as we head into your Sunday. And then the parts of the interior here of, say, Pittsburgh, we're going to see a temperature in the 60s today, 53 today, and 38 for a high tomorrow, with a chance of snow showers in that region in the morning and the overnight hours tonight. And in the Syracuse, we're going to see a temperature of 51 today and a high of 40 tomorrow under mostly cloudy skies. We'll see those rain showers out there today. And here is a look at that low pressure center that's going to bring a lot of winds across the northeast, as we're going to see winds about 30 miles per hour into Boston, up to 40 in the New York area, but about 20 down in the D.C. area. So we're going to see a lot of those winds along the I-95 corridor. And we're also going to be seeing that period of snow across the interior portions of the northeast. So we're going to see that 1 to 3 inches up into Maine and 1 to 3 inches in parts of New York as well. In the Buffalo area, we're going to see that 1 to 3 inches of snow. About an inch of rain in Boston still to fall, and about another inch down in New York, and a half an inch in the D.C. area. Here is your current radar as we have those rain showers moving into the mid-Atlantic. So we're seeing a lot of that rain over Pennsylvania, down through West Virginia and parts of Kentucky. And we also see another area of rainfall over Virginia, moving over towards Delaware and Maryland and New Jersey. We're going to see those rain showers. We got some snow showers heading into New England there, upstate New York, as well as into western Massachusetts and southern Vermont. We're seeing some of those snow showers right now. And down across the south is where we're seeing those severe thunderstorms into central and south Georgia and the Florida Panhandle. Those thunderstorms will be approaching Jacksonville, Savannah, Charleston, and we're going to be seeing those showers moving into North Carolina as well. Mid storms are capable of producing very large hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds or damaging winds, and some tornadoes is going to be possible, and heavy rainfall that can lead to some minor flash flooding across parts of the southeast. Here's your severe weather outlook for today. So we're going to see that slight risk for severe weather, North Florida, southern Georgia, eastern South Carolina, and parts of south central North Carolina. We can see that slight risk for a severe thunderstorm. A marginal risk is central North Carolina, parts of central South Carolina, northeastern Georgia and central Florida around Gainesville to Orlando. We're going to see a marginal risk for those severe thunderstorms this afternoon. And here is where we have a tornado watch in effect until 2 p.m. Eastern Time across parts of the deep south. So South Carolina, Georgia, and into parts of southern Alabama and along the Florida Panhandle, we have a tornado watch in effect until 2 p.m. And here we are with that potential for flooding across south central Georgia and eastern Alabama. So we have the potential, there is a flood watch in place for those regions. Here is the rainfall expected for this afternoon in some areas over central Georgia, south of Atlanta, between Atlanta and Macon. We're going to see 2 to 3 inches of rain, generally 3 to 5 inches of rain, but generally 2 to 3. And some folks are going to be in that 1 to 2 inch range in that dark green there. So a lot of rainfall across the southeast. So here is that snowfall expected over the northeast. So we're going to have quite a bit of snow across the northeast with this storm system, with some areas here in upstate New York going to pick up as much as 2 feet, 18 to 24 inches. And up in Maine, we can see about 12 inches, 18 inches to parts of western New York, so near Watertown and Buffalo. We're going to see that potential for 18 inches. 3 to 5 near Pittsburgh, down across Pennsylvania. So lighter snowfall amounts over those regions and over into Ohio as well. We're going to see lesser amounts of snow, maybe that 5 to 8 inch range. So quite a bit of snowfall over the interior portions of the Northeast, but the major cities won't have to worry about snow with this system. We're going to be looking at a lot of rainfall this afternoon and quite a bit of rainfall. Good thing it's rain and not snow, because you'll be digging out several feet of snow, a couple feet of snow with the amount of rain that's expected across New England this afternoon. Here is your winter weather advisories current in a late winter storm over upstate New York and over parts of New Hampshire and Vermont as well. Winter storm winter storm watches in place across parts of west central Pennsylvania and western New York as well. We have winter weather advisories where we're going to see that 3 to 5 inches snowfall. And here is the rain for the northeast, still expected 1 to 2 inches in the dark green. The light green is going to be 1 inch or less, so quite a bit of rainfall still to come throughout the remainder of the afternoon today, as we have a double barrel low pressure center headed out across the northeast and across the east coast as well. As a whole, we're going to be looking at that double barrel area of low pressure, which has a lot of nor'easter characteristics. Even though one of those areas of low pressure is going to be inland, that's one that's going to hit off toward the northeast over into Canada. So we have our coastal storm that's going to race up the east coast, that's going to provide a lot of gusty winds from the northeast with this nor'easter, even though we're going to see mostly rainfall with this nor'easter in the big series this time. And here is we have flood alerts along the coastal areas here because of heavy surf and high winds along the coast. So we have a coastal flood advisory because of northeasterly winds, and we're going to see a coastal flood watch in some locations as well due to heavy rain and high winds coming from the northeast along the coastal areas. We're going to see those winds up to 30 to 40 miles per hour. Here is your temperatures this afternoon, this evening, 8 o'clock tonight on your Saturday. We're going to see mostly temperatures in the 40s, with Boston hanging out around 39, right at the doorstep of 40. But most of you are going to be the low to mid 40s today. 50 down there in Washington. But as we look at your day on your Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Time on your Sunday, we're going to be seeing that snow mostly in effect across the interior portions. So Maine down, all the way down into Ohio and Pennsylvania. We're going to see those temperatures in the mid 30s. So basically a nice snow mix, but some of that snow is going to come down heavy enough that it's going to be snow, even though the temperatures are a few degrees above freezing, but because a little bit higher in the atmosphere is below freezing, so it's going to be cold enough to remain snow. So it's going to be a very, very wet snow falling across the interior portions because those temperatures are borderline cold enough, and there's a lot of moisture associated with these storage systems. So with that combination, we're going to see that very heavy, wet, sloppy snow, slush basically. About 2 feet of slush is going to fall across portions of the Northeast and New England. And here is your temperatures when everything starts to head on out on Monday. We're just going to see a touch of snow over northern Maine. It's going to be the leftovers, and maybe over parts of Vermont might be picking up still a few leftover flakes. But we're going to see those temperatures quite chilly across the Northeast onto Monday morning by 11 into your Monday night. We're going to see those temperatures quite chilly, with those temperatures mostly in the 30s with a 40 or 2 around as well. So a chilly evening for your Monday. So that is your weather forecast. Hopefully, from looking at it, it's like it still looks a little blurry. So I have to keep working on figuring out why that's doing that. That was an expensive camera that I bought myself here, and it just started to get blurry a few days. I don't know why. So anyway, thank you for watching me. Leave your likes, comments, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the next video. We're going to be taking a live look at the action that's taking place across the country with that storm on the East Coast.